What is up, dudes? How are y'all doing? And welcome back to Disco Elysium. It's been a hot minute since we actually went back to this game after the the insanity that was the birthday week last week. But we still have an investigation of Revachol to complete here and a mystery to solve as to what happened to the man that was strung up on the tree. It's been an incredibly compelling mystery so far, and it just kind of, in an oddly beautiful way, gets elevated by the internal monologue that is presented throughout the game's narration, and the voice acting is just so good. I think what we last did was we finally cracked some of the computers that we've been trying to access and gain some insight into a hole in the road about 3 millimeters wide. And we have also uncovered that there was a shooter present during the murder. The victim that was strung up on the tree wasn't actually killed by the hanging, but rather a bullet wound to the back of the head, which happened in Kalash's hotel room. So yeah, let's hop right back in. And Gypsy and Loin, how's it going? Hopefully everybody's doing well, and happy Monday, everyone. Oh, right, we were about to confront this lady about her husband. We found a village drunk during our investigation, and turns out it's the or rather it was the husband of one of the ladies we've been pestering earlier in the game. Let's see. I think I'm just gonna go for this. This one. Let's see. There is a shirt that I want to have to give myself something good. Otherwise, it's just gonna be like this. Authority -1 is coming from the glasses. Okay. That I can fix. I don't mind not having drama. Let's investigate the house first. A chalk-drawn height chart for children growth over the years. Its ticking makes you anxious, rings hollow in the room. Not a very large house, is it?
It's you from the bookstand. Did you come to bring my cockatoo back? I don't think I introduced myself properly. I'm Billy. Would you like something to drink? Tea? Lemonade? We're out of coffee.
The lieutenant has taken off his foggy glasses and is busy cleaning them in his handkerchief for now. You're on your own here. He must feel vulnerable without his glasses. Is this why he's letting you take the lead?
Thanks, but I'm alright.
Is this about Victor, my husband? Is he in some kind of trouble again? I can come pick him up in the station if that's what.
Hey, Adrian, how's it going?
No, this is something much worse. Is he in a hospital? How bad is it?
How about some small talk before you break the news? Definitely no small talk. This isn't the time or place. It's like ripping off a bandage. The least painful way is to do it straight away, without stalling.
Kim is here, identified the leather jacket, identified the library card, discussed things through with Kim and the lieutenant's handkerchief. Don't
You've
fail.
done this before. Just keep your focus.
I'm very sorry to say, but your husband, Victor Marchand, was found dead on the Martinez
What
boardwalk.
did you say?
Oh, that was a good delivery.
A great and terrible spike. The blood freezes in her veins.
Your husband, Victor Marchand, is dead. I'm very sorry for your loss, ma'am.
Oh. Oh. But he was just...
But he was just here. Alive.
We understand this comes as a huge shock. I want you to know that me and my partner are here for you if you have any questions. Take your time, ma'am.
What happened to him?
It was an accident. He fell through a hole in the boardwalk and hit his
Was he
head.
drunk?
We
I
don't know
see.
yet.
And you just found him there, lying in the cold. How long had he been there?
If you say 2 days maybe, it will be etched in her mind forever. She
It couldn't have
blinks,
been that
eyes
long.
welling up with tears, as her hand starts searching for something from the pockets of her dress.
Here.
Lieutenant takes out his handkerchief and offers it to the woman. She nods and slowly wipes away her tears. Is there anything we could call for, anyone we could call for you? A friend, a family member, someone who could be here for you?
No. I just need to tell my girls.
It burns like acid.
God, should I call them? Should I tell them to come home?
No. A day.
Take a day to recover. You'll be better prepared when they come home tomorrow.
That's probably the right thing. Thank you.
Hopefully everybody had a good weekend. I was very excited to get back into Disco Elysium. Been having a blast with this game.
Just tell me, what do I need to do next? Where is he? Can I see him?
We've taken him to the city morgue. The local coroner will be contacting you shortly to arrange the funeral. Here's his number in case you want to contact him earlier. Is there anything else that the RCM could do for you?
No, I'll call you if something comes up. I'm still... Thank you. Thank you for telling me. I'll call if...
Again, I'm very sorry,
We
ma'am.
should step outside and talk.
So the library card buyer leave the room.
You did well.
What now?
I'll call the station when we're finished with the day and let them know the name of the deceased.
What about Billy and her kids?
They'll manage.
They have to. It's not your place to live their lives.
That's it?
We should get back to our case now that our duty here is done.
Right, this is closed then. That was a lot, like, it was a lot less unhinged than I originally imagined that conversation going. And particularly since Harry has a tendency to go off the rails during what are supposedly relatively emotional moments. Let's check the journal real quick to kind of catch up to date with what we... Okay, so we still have Ruby's location that we need to get. And we need to check where the board where the bullet came from. So I need to find a way. Oh wait, maybe we can use the boat to get to one of the locations. That might actually be an option. Still walking around with a clipper.
Good. What can I help you with?
Okay, so no new option there. I kind of figured maybe we can use the boat to get to the island on the other side, but doesn't seem like that's an option, so... What were the locations? Let's investigate those. Boardwalk for bullet traces, check the island for bullet traces, check Land's End for bullet traces. And do I have a map to do this? I should have a map. Oh, wow. I'm amazed that the game keeps track of so many of the white checks. I reckon that it would let a bunch of them expire before, And hey, Miss Wexford, how's it going?
This coin-operated, your money disappears into the coin slot. A clunk, the curtains on the lenses shift. The ghost sharpens into an islet in the bay. In the ruins, a man-made structure is visible. A half-sunken sea fort. Its concrete almost reconquered by nature. It looks as if it was abandoned quite some time ago. Nothing but a rotten tooth remains of the anti-aircraft tower. A lonely birch tree grows out of it. Its leaves ripped from it by the winter wind.
Could the shot have come from there, then entered the window upstairs into whirling
Can
and
you
rags?
tell? From this distance? I don't think it's possible.
It's not. The details are blurry. There's water vapor in the way and waves cut into the islet.
This doesn't count as investigating that, right? Yeah. So we found one of the locations where some of the bullets might have originated from, but not all of it. Let's see, we're about... There's really a hard time limit to this game, right? At least I don't think so. Because that could give me quite a bunch of leeway to actually figure out how to get the checks done on the bullet traces. Then again, there has to be a part of the game that allows me to investigate something without hitting the checks. Because otherwise you can just kind of deadlock yourself in progress and not continue on your merry way. Oh, wait. Seems the walker was either very confused or drunk out of his mind, or very, you. Or me, depending on how you look at it.
The waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down. Simmer down, bastards.
Why does she care about the waves so much?
What is it with waves and fishermen? We need to be out there with them, fishing, making a living. So I asked them to accommodate me. But until that happens, I can try to assist you the best I can. So, what will it be, officer?
All right. Looking for someone else, actually.
Who? Well, how can I assist you then, officer? Oh, that's good to know, I guess. Why is it in the sea?
To determine just that.
Great. Until then, you should maybe start thinking about the funeral.
Are you suggesting we honor the carcass of my former motor carriage?
Feels deserved, don't you think? Falling in the line of duty like that and all?
What an odd thought. Maybe I should.
Odd. Our things are a part of our life world. They're made with our human sweat and they share human history. We should care about them as we care about humans. To some extent, at least.
All right, I'm in. But organizing a funeral takes a lot of time and effort, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You won't even be able to get it out of the water before early June. And where are you going to bury it? Who to invite? What music to play at the wake?
Take it from someone who's been
Carry
through
on
a
my
few
wayward son.
funerals.
On repeat.
It's easiest to just leave them there and
The whole
let
procession.
nature take care of it.
That's all we have time for right now anyway. Come back here in June and see how you feel about it then.
Absolutely. Things like
Mm,
what, for example?
okay, so I won't be able to just use that. That means that I have to find my way to the northern part of the island. Because the map that I have is severely out of date. God, this music is really good. Okay, this is where Egghead is. Hardcore.
Hello again.
Hardcore to the mega. Skibidoo Skibidanger. I am the rearranger. God, I love Egghead. Such a goofy little NPC. Also can't believe they snuck a scooter reference in here. Wasn't one of the locations the church? Or are we just gonna... Right, the doors were locked here. So this might be the door that I need to get to the other side here. Like a sort of haphazard tunnel.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune.
How's the engine? Must have been a big one.
Is there something here that would indicate a sniper used this place as a nest for taking the shot? Just some urban detritus, a bottle, and a dilapidated old comms tower.
I don't see it, Lieutenant W. Freighter. I don't see a person take a shot here and hit something there. In the whirling in rags.
Moody assailant climbed the comms tower to shoot there?
It's not possible to climb that ladder. And even if it were, why? There's no platform up there to aim from. To warm his hands before pulling the trigger? Perhaps. But anyone could have made this. The coast is specked with fires this time of year. Truthfully, this seems like a very poor choice to take a 1.2 kilometer rifle shot from. Visibility is awful. There's water vapor everywhere. I think we can rule out... Biddable Prime, was it?
Look over the water to the whirling in rags.
1.2 kilometers over the wave-crossed bay. Through heavy, dark grey curtains of rain, you see the smallest rectangle, barely visible.
You know, every time I see some of the art pieces like Visual Calculus, it really makes me want to play System Shock and I Have No Mouth and I'm a Scream. It just kind of screams that aesthetic.
A glowing light on the third floor of the whirling in rags. With binoculars, you would see a young woman's shape move behind the glass, her limbs long and slender, smoking, drinking, being happy and elated, without you. Because you're here, freezing in the wind, aren't you? Doing your detective work.
What about the cigarette butts?
A smoking assailant who favors Tumutiri to Astra or Joanne? Cigarette butts are everywhere. This is a common brand for all men.
Still, you felt it was important enough to make a mental note. That means something. You didn't pay attention to any of the other cigarette butts on the coast.
Finish thought. Huh. Uh-huh. Ah, there we go. Okay, so this was the north end? Oh, Land's End. Then the island would be where? Take the island for bullets. Oh, right. Hang on. That is over yonder. Land's End is above the ferry wheel here, and then there is a little island that I'm unable to reach right now. And then there is something on the boardwalk that I still need to check. But I failed my check the first time around, so hopefully I'll be able to do that again. You know what would be really cool? If games like this would incorporate low tide and high tide. So you'd have specific access to areas only during low tide. Would create an interesting dynamic with your environment that you're actually in. Might be a bitch to program though. And I still need to find a way inside here.
You see a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Feld Electrical R&D. A slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now only a shadow of peeled letters remains. It says, "Tomorrow is just a whisper away."
Looks like tomorrow never came.
Okay, is there a way for me to enter here somehow? No. Oh wait, I might be able to enter from here? Maybe? Right, that's where we found the body. Body's gone now. Can I use this? Okay, it's been out of order.
There's some tear, an empty cigarette pack.
We never got to kebab. Gypsy, we should get some kebab. Let's see what happens if I use the phone. Oh.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You could use it to call someone, unless you're out of chain. You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable. Calling. Still calling. This feels wrong. Should you be doing this? End of tone. Someone picks up.
Pierre? Is that you, Pierre?
No, this is not Pierre.
Any news about Pierre?
Who is Pierre?
He's my sister's grandson. He used to visit me as a lad. Fine young man. But who are you then? A salesman of some sort? Modern goods are rubbish, and I can't afford them anyhow. It's a shame what you did to our country.
No, I'm a police officer.
The police? To hell with you!
Her voice is drowned in white noise. Sounds like waves washing a beach, growing in volume until the call suddenly disconnects. You get a sinking feeling. It makes you look if Lieutenant Kitsuragi overheard you. To your relief, he did not.
Okay, I guess we never found Pierre. Then there is the little bit about the boardwalk that we can still investigate, I think. Yeah, it should be there. I'm kind of surprised that there is no, like, definitive way to get in there. It seems like there should be a way in. See how the staircase on the top right lights up when I press the button? It gives me the feeling that there should be something in there that we can check out, but might be something for later. Oh, wait. Is there more that we can look at? No, not as far as I can tell.
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
I don't have any skill points left. Damn it. Okay, so is there a way that I might be able to... Alright, that dude is still there. Let's talk to Everard. Everard. I never even looked at this part. Still kind of curious what's up with that guy, though. He seems very misplaced. Alright, I'm not allowed to go here yet. Wait, was I actually able to enter the facility here, or is it also a dead end? Hey, Evil Knievel, how's it going? I don't think oh no, I'm being stopped by a gate here. In that case, let's see if we can get some more questions or some more answers from the dock workers. Might be a good idea to just lay everything on the table now, since we're pretty much at a standstill in regards to the mercenaries. Plus, I need a reason to investigate the rest of the island further.
unpromising raised pupil returns.
The unpromising. I couldn't for the life remember what Measurehead's greeting was.
The payphone hangs mutely on the wall. There isn't much more to do here.
I was hoping that there was.
A rusting control panel with several knobs. The words marsh. Crane does not return to its original position. It does not move at all.
Whoops. I think it broke something. What is that? Oh, hey. Can I do this
You're
check
back
again?
before the cargo container. Its draw has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly. No reply. The knock produces a hollow ring of metal. Doesn't sound like there's anything inside the container.
I'll get that extra money.
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back. Sure, mister. Absolutely. I'm always willing to help out nice fellows such as yourself.
Leo is a national treasure. He should be and remain protected at all cost. Let's see. Is there a way that I can get past his?
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
Let's talk about my lost
your
gun.
Lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone. Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's just a matter of time and effort.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
Could he really hold my gun hostage?
Only one thing is certain. If you work with him, you're going to get it back. And working with him might be the only way to do it.
Let's see.
Yes, thank you for the hot tip regarding your lost gun, Harry. My men have indeed factored in that you pawned it. Now please, let the professionals do their job. Kick back, Harry, relax. I have great guys on this. You focus on what's important. Building our relationship for the good of Martinez.
It did not come as a surprise to him. He might actually not be bullshitting.
Does this mean if I do things for you, I will get my gun back?
That's exactly what it means. I'm only kidding, of course.
He is not.
Of course. I understand. We help you, you help us.
Ah, yes. Your side investigation. Thank you. You've got some spirit clearing up phony drug accusations alongside this murder. I'll talk to the mayor and see if I can get you the key to the city, Harry. Now let's talk real business.
He refuses to discuss it further. It's probably just a small nuisance to him. Not even a speck of anger in his voice. That's that then.
I'm reconsidering opening that door you asked me to open. Perhaps it will help me somehow.
Fantastic change of heart, Harry. Go talk to Manana down by the gates. He'll brief you and give you the key. Just open one little door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door. That's it. Anything else we should discuss?
Okay, so I am actually kind of curious to see what key that is, because my suspicions is on apartment number 28, very least, because that makes the most sense to me that it's the person with the Sunday friend. But I'm also trying to figure out how the hell to get the gun back. Oh, right, we never did the thing with the cryptid traps. I should definitely turn that one in. Just get a few extra bonus points there. Might even be able to redo the test for the boardwalk. I don't know, though. Not really sure how to progress from this point onward. We've basically started investigating the, like truly investigating the murder. Let's see, is this apartment door number 28?
Hold on, wandering man. How can I help you?
Everett said you have a key to a door?
Huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
He said it belonged to a weasel.
Oh, say no more. I got you. I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
I'm not really doing this for political reasons.
I get it. I like to keep my distance too. But it doesn't matter.
Hey, yo, Kaketsu, how's it going?
Thanks. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the whirling in rags. That's all I know.
Oh.
Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter. None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess.
Anything else I should know about this task? This weasel person when he'll get home?
I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
He means he's not going to tell you, cause he doesn't know. But he will shoot his mouth off with you now that you're working for Everard. Who he is, and what they're fighting for. This is interesting.
Actually, do you know anything about the Hardy Boys?
Those Hardys? They're an independent militant group. A bit too high-strung, but it comes with the responsibility. They're sort of like you. Preserve the rule of law and all that. Except it's Everard's law. But really, they're just like you.
Is he actually comparing you, an officer of the law, to some neighborhood vigilantes?
Yes.
He's just trying to keep the peace.
There's only one law, friend. That's
Why
me.
not? Must be nice being something else for a change. The rest of us are just folks. We're negotiating our share.
Your share?
Right?
Wait, so not wages or pensions?
This stuff, they already covered.
Shouldn't you be grateful then? It's a lot more than most people I hear have. At least you get the benefits. That's something.
Never grateful. Were we ever grateful, we'd have nothing. You fight for every piece.
How large a share would you like?
However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's board, so they could take part in the decision-making process.
This seditious talk sounds like communism. Just so we're on the same page, communism is basically wanting to kill the rich people or deporting them to a labor camp in southeast Grad. But don't say that out loud if you're a communist.
It might help us build big communism, though.
I think it's
Just
best to make
saying.
up your own mind now that you've made it. In my eyes, he is a capable organizer and a decent businessman.
What is bossing the union until
I guess
anyway?
you kind of get to be the village chief. He oversees the harbor, makes deals with the owners or other relevant parties, watches out for his own.
By that, you mean corruption?
By heavens, why would he not be corrupt? We live in a harsh and disordered world, see? And in this world, the old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it. Appreciate it even. He is, personally, not too lavish.
That desk doesn't seem lavish
He
to
is
me.
reasonably lavish, sure. That's his prerogative. It's not like you want a saintly demeanor on a corrupt motherfucker. Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway. And moralism is the most corrupt of them all.
Not you would like to say. But then there's that weasel door. This man has political theory, and it has not failed him today.
Got your picture. Let me
Sure
ask you
thing.
something else.
What is this? News of the world? Talk about personal stuff. Get to know him.
I don't even know your name. Who are
Call me
you?
Mañana. I'm just a humble harbor worker for the past 6-7 years.
Not a given name for certain. It's a taken name. The kind for artists, or criminals, or revolutionaries and the sort. An alias. A nom de guerre.
That's a
A
sweet ass
worthy of the man who
name.
holds his friend. Names are important.
Hold on. Have you had any
Plenty to
other
go around.
names?
Don't get greedy and try to swipe mine, though. You got your own. A nom de guerre would be more like Guerra Mañana. Now that we are getting so well acquainted, what's your name?
I just found my name some time ago on the coast. Finally. The name's Tequila Sunset.
Boyadero.
You see his eyes turn teary with appreciation. He is extremely happy for you.
Shake his
you
hand.
receive a good, strong handshake in return.
A really cool guy.
It feels like there's an entire history behind the word. But it doesn't really matter. You got it. You know what it means.
What kind of a cool guy exactly? It's not just a cool guy, is it?
Like me and you. Exactly so.
The idea of alcoholic swill sloshing around in your bloodstream feels fairly unappealing.
And then we might go out together. Which sounds fun. But I guess I have a strike to watch. So, anything else you wanted to discuss?
Okay, let's approach the weasel theory. It's nothing else if not a good lead to investigate. Hey, Blad, how's it going? Oh, right behind the greenhouse. Gotcha. They did sound quite alike, yeah.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Okay, I need some extra skill points for that one. Alright, let's save it up and finally see what's in the basement of door number 2. I also need to, at some point, remove a bunch of save data from
The
From the
door
PS4.
has braved the elements for decades. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and so is the knocker, shaped like a lion's head. The royal lion, Guillaume's kitten. This knocker will last a lifetime and then some.
Press your ear against the door.
Someone is moving around in the apartment. You hear the water being turned off and the sound of dishes clinking together.
Knock on
No
the door.
answer.
No answer. Unlock the
key
door.
stops midway in the lock. Something's blocking its path. Not a sound is coming from the apartment. The tenant's key is in the lock. The lieutenant looks first at the door, then back at you, then signals you to back off from the door. As you turn to leave, you hear footsteps on the other side. Yes, someone's definitely home.
We should leave and go talk with Evrard. Tell him what happened, that we couldn't open the door. Maybe there's a workaround.
Oh. Kim is actually in on this. I like it. You know, the way that the music is portrayed in this game, it makes it feel like it comes from the lamppost, as if there is like a speaker attached to it, or like a megaphone. It also has that sort of quality to it. Makes it feel like there's a whole like in-world music thing going on. Also, I gotta say, I am still not recovered from the amount of whiplashes that I felt during the Metal Gear playthrough that we did. It was a fantastic ride. Ludicrous, but fantastic. It was a very good time. It also makes me really curious towards the other dubs.
Mr. Dubois, every worker...
Is an organ in the great state organism of war.
That's right, Mr. Dubois. I see the socialist democratic fervor now burns in your heart, too. How can I help you today?
You know what's kind of the sort of duality that I'm feeling with this game? I am never sure if I can like have a conversation with someone to manipulate them, or if that conversation is going to have some actual ramifications for the character. Like I am never sure whether or not I'm leading someone on or kind of playing into their hand. It's usually a bit of both.
You fucked up. You waited too long, the weasel came back, and now you can't open the door I asked you to open. Evrard forgives, Harry. Don't cry, my boy. It's gonna be all right. I'm still gonna tell you about the murder. That's just the way I am. Benevolent.
I thought I had more time.
Let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good.
I've heard about a connection between the lynching and the strike. I'd like to hear what you know about it. Like, see, I can't really be sure in this conversation that this isn't gonna have ramifications for me on the other end of the conversation, right?
By now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps.
I'm listening.
Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
You mean our victim?
A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire?
I mean, it's not exactly what happened, but sure, let's go with that narrative.
I'm talking beasts, hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Saramaritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry. Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
You have a village elephant?
No, Harry, the elephant is metaphorical, and so is the village. But the mercs and their brutality
Damn it,
are
I was
very
really
real.
hoping for an elephant.
Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container.
Wait, they move the container?
Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. You should try it. But enough about me and my fun container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them, all hardened commando type. One of them got downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
Who exactly did the pushing?
There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood. Making sure everything runs smoothly.
So this is likely the Hardy Boys.
They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
So these idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land."
Hey, Marty Rob. I think he's all chair, to be fair. Like, you see how, like, the chair sort of melds together with the person? I don't see a chair, a man sitting on a chair. I see just chair with a
He
face.
probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
Okay, so Elizabeth not involved with the Hardy Boys. The Hardy Boys themselves aren't actually the killers. So why the cover up?
Uncertainty belies his boasting. In the end, though, he believes it. Or at least, he wants to believe.
How do you know the mercenaries were hired by the shipping company?
How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do. Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry. These guys
He's the
turn
chairman
up
of
and
the
start
board.
beating people.
He is the board
Tell you what,
and the
Harry,
chair.
I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
So you believe the scabs were organized by the security contractor?
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes.
Oh no, it's chairboard man. Half man, half chair, half board.
Of course. You're always one step ahead of me, Harry. I'm no genius. I'm in this position because people like me.
The remaining mercenaries are organizing a tribunal to take on the Hardys.
Tribunal? That sounds serious, Harry.
Well,
We
it is
Union men should be
serious,
shooting
Everard.
ourselves. I wish you hadn't told me that. I'm gonna lose sleep over this. Let's change the subject.
He's clearly happy about the tribunal.
You don't seem to worry about it, Everard.
Oh, Harry, what do I really think about the tribunal? You're trying to climb to second base with old Everard before you've even courted him properly.
Served in the chairboard troops. You don't think I run a charity business here, don't you, Harry?
He wants you to do more things for him before.
Let's see. Cancelled. Interesting.
So they shot him?
He was shot in the head before he was hanged.
How odd. I don't know what to say.
Okay, this might be
They told me they hanged him.
a wedge in the door.
hanged man is what I saw when I took a look into that yard.
To my half-sim racing rig to replace the feet, and now we can zoom anywhere. I just imagine just tying a race sim setup to a go-kart and just going at it.
What I do know is, the case is in safe hands. If anyone can get to the bottom of this shot and hanged man, it's my two little policemen. Godspeed, policeman.
That's such a good line. Godspeed, policeman.
Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal.
Tell me about Titus Hardy and his...
they are simply fine young men.
His
all
crew?
7 of them. Exemplary
8.
union members. Always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members. Old Theo used to run them,
Hardcore.
but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and Revachol in mind. Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
I met these Hardys you speak of. Can you ask them to cooperate with me?
But of course, it's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded this talk.
You can now go and tell Titus about this. See what he has to say.
Also, Harry, here's 5 real.
Wait, why are you giving it to
I'm
me?
not giving you anything. I'm just holding out 5 real.
Needless to say, this is another move. Don't take it.
I don't need it. I only wanted you to help me with the Hardy
No,
Boys.
I wasn't offering it to you, just holding it out there. But I'm willing to share information. Was there anything else?
Good talk.
Was it a good talk? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck,
You
I
don't
wanted
even
to tell
have
you
a
what I
head.
really
You're
wanted
just
to
a
achieve in the
chair.
strike. I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet. Yes,
Yet?
Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
A man of the left. So you have to be a social democrat. He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
Money engineer. Jesus Christ. Didn't know we could turn Harry into an Instagram influencer.
What does your heart tell you about your lost gun, Harry?
It
Does
tells me that
tell
I
you
should
to
probably
forget
find
about
it.
Or do you think it wants to be found? I think it's lonely and cold. I think it wants to be found, and I have a proposal for you.
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper. and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
Kim, what do you think of
Ben,
this?
I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
But, he thinks, it's your call.
As I said, it weighs on me heavily. But once we get really talking, well, I'm going to hand you the keys to Martin A's, and maybe even help you figure out who's behind this killing.
He's saying as little as possible, as vaguely as he can, deliberately omitting things.
So, PR speech. What are his signatures
I'm
for?
glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth centre in Martin A's. It will be righteous. We're gonna get those teenagers off drugs and on roller skates.
It's not much better. I don't know if you've ever been to a roller derby, ever. You'd be right at home, though. You can just wheel your chair in.
There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry. Yes, the little cul-de-sac on the coast, where all the
Not
men
gonna
are
do this.
drowned in either the sea or the bottle. A gloomy place, doesn't have that Union attitude.
What will happen to the current occupants?
They are just going to have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new youth centre, designed by the best architects from Stella Marie.
Is he absolutely sure the tenants won't be thrown out in the street?
Am I? Harry, these people, Martin A's is the most important thing in my life. I would never let anything bad happen to them. We're going to build a youth centre there. The value of their properties goes up and kids have a place to play in. I'm looking out for these people, not pulling the rug from under them, Harry. I'm looking out for all of Martin A's, not just the harbour.
I'm really surprised he remains sitting with all that grease coming out of his pores. Just slimy attitude all the way. No.
Perfectly acceptable. No one's gonna force you into anything, but I don't know about that gun of yours. You see, I'm a vengeful man, Harry. Part of how I got where I am is that, well, I can be quite nasty sometimes.
Yeah, but Kim has a gun as well.
But the good news is, the moment you change your mind and want to look into this matter, just tell me, and we'll be buddies again.
The lieutenant's eyes meet yours, and he shrugs. Okay, fine.
Most certainly, Harry.
Uh,
Nothing by all means, Harry. What's on your mind?
Let's see if we can convince the Hardy Boys now. Oh. Go into the death rally chariot races of the Roman Empire instead of the roller derby. Just comes rolling in. Demolishes the competition. Leaves them dead in the waters. You see, it was for the good of Montanese, Harry. Ship-ba-ba-dee-ba-boom. I'm currently watching Golden Wind with Gypsy, and it has been a ride with just the amount of stuff that you just kind of have to accept for it to work. Hey, Effortless. How's it going? Yeah, you keep asking questions, but you know you shouldn't be asking them. Perfectly encapsulates the mental gymnastics of being an alcoholic. I wouldn't really say that. It's more how would I put this? It's more as if the certain facets of your personality gain sentience. In that there are certain parts of you, particularly electrochemistry, that really want you on the hooch. So they'll do electrochemistry will do its best to basically steer you in that direction. But there are other parts of you that will actively work against that. And yeah, it's kind of hard to describe. Like, what is this game? This is a video game, that's for sure.
Nothing like the gratitude of a good woman.
Crikey.
What can I do for you?
He tries to play it cool, remain professorial, but inside, this man is itching for some news on those traps.
Good. Okay. And?
And one of them was empty.
Completely empty?
Yes, there was nothing in the trap. No locusts, no phasmid.
No locusts? No phasmid either?
That's not ideal, but...
It just means the Insulindian phasmid is even more clever than we thought.
Of course, more clever.
Kim got really close to the mic for that one. So, like, dealing with cravings and whatnot. It's like, okay, so imagine you wake up at like 3 a.m. and you have a craving for a snack. And you're like, oh, I know I should not be doing this. I should just get to bed and wake up in the morning and have proper breakfast. Imagine that small conversation being like different voices in your head becoming sentient and having an argument over what the best course of action is, with you being this sort of center of the universe and this sentience is rolling around you like a sort of galaxy with you as its center focal point. That's probably the best way I can describe it. Hey Wexford, how's it going, dude?
You're dealing with a subject near and dear to their hearts. It might behove you to tread lightly.
Yes, the Phantasmadeia picked off the locust and escaped.
Phantasmadeus.
Though we'll have to reconsider the design of the traps, make them more secure.
Another trip to the reeds.
You can't get drunk if you're already drunk. That's... I mean, there's a fine line between party drunk and alcohol poisoning, I guess. It's like an inner monologue. Yeah, it's basically like an inner monologue if your various emotions had a voice in it, like all had different voices. That's probably the best way. Like if you're getting angry, it's not like the anger you're feeling, it's a voice in your head yelling at you to be angry. Yes, that's exactly what it is. What a deft hunter, this phasmid.
Of course. Be sarcastic. Unless you have an alternative hypothesis you'd like to venture. Mine stands, okay? Actually, no. Excuse me for getting emotional. This is a big deal for us. You've helped us twice now, and brought some great news too. My gratitude, and the gratitude of the Société Cryptozoologique de Ravachol, is yours.
Heartfelt gratitude. But does it feel like closure? What really happened?
Please tell me I can chase Bigfoot in this game.
Thank you, it's an honor. We should probably return to our main investigation here. This has been refreshing, but...
Helping cryptozoologists isn't really a priority for our organization, is it? The lieutenant looks out the window, impatiently.
Develop an alternative theory about the missing locusts.
Consider the way the empty trap was disturbed, as though shaken. Most likely the hands of a young person. Hands small enough to fit inside the trap, too.
Oh, Harry is about to make a top 5 scary creatures caught in the woods video.
You should ask the red-headed boy, Kuno.
I think a little hooligan called Kuno may have stolen the
A
locusts.
little hooligan? But what would a child want with bags?
Oh, my dear Morel. You've been an old man for too long. Kids love to torment insects almost as much as they love to torment old folks.
Oh no, we have to talk to Kuno, don't we?
Delinquents, my favorite.
Oh, you've been such a dear to us. Please, let us know whatever you turn up. I have a feeling we're getting so close.
The real cryptid is Kuno all along.
Well, I see you've got all the help you need. I'll see you tonight at my place. Let's play suzerainty, but no more field trips for me.
This is a slippery one. He may respect the law, but mostly wants to pass under the radar. You won't get a chance to talk after you walk out of here. He hasn't been particularly forthcoming before. He may well still be hiding something. After he's left, it's too late.
Kuno goes at too much maximum velocity for me to keep up.
Really, Gary? We're getting somewhere here. I'd love to play suzerainty, but...
Hey, Astronomal, how's it going?
Lena, I'm sorry, but you're not getting anywhere. It was some kids. I know the little mutants around here. Leave anything out in the open and they'll steal it. Even if it's bugs. Morel, it's been fun. Really. But I need a bath, and I have deliveries to handle. When this tea is done, I gotta run.
No need to apologise, Geary. You'd be more than helpful. We'll have to take a rain check on that game of suzerainty today, though. We're gonna follow this through.
Alright, might be a good idea to talk to Gary.
I really owe you one for getting us out of those reeds, officer. Finally got all that soot out of my hair. Yellow man! I mean, officer.
Oh, jeez. He just kinda... He kinda sped around a corner in his car and just ran into kindergarten, didn't he? Jesus Christ.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrows slightly and takes out his notebook. Yellow man? Feels significant somehow, him saying that. You should ask him about it later.
Another lover of the great outdoors?
I like nature, just not this bloody coast. It's mostly drunks and degenerates that come here.
That's my crew. Have you ever been never been tempted to drink?
Oh, I didn't mean it in any scientific way.
But what about the crypto-scientific way?
Serious question time. This man is no innocent. No one is.
Do you know anything about the man hanged behind the Burlington rags?
Oh, so that's what the RCM in Martinez is about.
We can give him the mug.
Someone's finally taking care of that.
Oh, no.
So you do know something about it?
No. Nothing. He was some kind of mercenary. But everyone here
I think we
knows
found
that.
the owner, chat.
I'm just glad to hear you're looking into it. That's all.
Is it your mug?
My mug? Why would you think that?
It's not something many people go around saying.
Really? I hear it all the time. All in jest, of course. No offense meant to anyone.
Did I mention the mug was found at the scene of the lynching?
Okay, I admit it.
It was his mug!
I threw the mug away in the trash container behind the hostel.
Mystery soul!
I know I shouldn't have, and I am very sorry, officer. You're not going to find me, are you?
The maximum.
Whew. Thank you. You won't regret this. I won't use another man's property to dump my garbage ever again. I don't know what got into me, really. Work has been stressful lately. Damn Koiko's price dumping us out of competition.
What did you do, Gary?
Nothing. Just answering some questions. helping out the law.
Here we go. Start pumping that sweet info.
How did you get into the trash container, Gary?
I know a guy who works with the trash collection services, CS Municipal. He gave me a master key for the trash containers of Martinez.
Why would you need to get into everyone's trash, Gary?
So I can use the Whirling's trash compactor to store my own stuff. Garbage disposal is expensive as hell. The damn Hemians run it like a mob. I'm sorry, okay? I thought I could cut costs. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have disgraced myself.
Disgraced? No need for the histrionic, sir. It was, after all, just a trash container.
He studies his reaction. Gary doesn't answer.
Gary, did you put the clothes of a murder victim, the man who was hanged behind a whirling in rags, into that trash container, Gary?
Officer, please. Let me explain. It's not like that.
Oh, please do, Gary.
I was only cleaning up. I live right across the yard from where he was hanged, and I saw him stripped naked. All the clothes lying around in the yard, smelling. People are animals, you know?
Okay, then what happened, Gary?
Then I came out to clean up the rags because no one else would. I put them into the Whirling's trash, along with a broken mug, admittedly. Okay, I was coming to throw the mug away, and, well, I threw the mug there and the clothes too.
Right. It was just civic duty.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. Civic duty.
Was it though, Gary?
As he shifts uncomfortably, a series of clicks, like the clinking of glass beads against one another as they roll across a hardwood floor. You've heard this sound before, but where?
What's that strange sound?
What sound?
That clinking I just heard when you moved.
Really? There's lots of weird sounds in a bar like this, though. Pinball, glasses clinking. Could be someone playing pinball. What sound? I haven't the slightest. There's lots of weird sounds in a bar like this, though. Armor? No. I mean, yes. Of course. I know he was wearing armor, but I don't know anything about it.
Let's move on. For now.
I hope I could help your investigation, in my small way. Not many Sealites here, or anywhere, other than Sale. I meant no offense, truly. No problem at all.
Are you a cryptozoologist too, Gary?
No. I help Morel with research sometimes, and I've learned some things along the way. But I don't usually go in for picnics like this on my own.
Please hit it. Please hit it.
That shirt looks very uncomfortable on him. Look at the buttons, barely keeping that thing together, as if something is ready to rip out from underneath.
His 5 chest hairs.
Yes, like a piece of ceramic armor, for example. One that makes a clicking sound when the plates meet each other, resembling pearls or marbles, stolen from the corpse in the yard near where he lives.
It makes the situation quite hairy. I see you're a connoisseur of high-quality combat gear, Gary.
I knew you'd figure it out, officer. I'm sorry I didn't tell you at once.
Hey Nova, how's it going?
I was ashamed of what I did. And I didn't want you to know.
This shame is surprisingly sincere.
Gary, what's going on?
Nah, Gary stripped a dead guy naked and then started to wear his clothes.
I took the hanged man's cuirass. I didn't mean to.
Did you take his pants as well, Gary?
God damn it, Gary.
God damn it, Gary.
I know.
Shame on you. Give the cuirass to the officer at once.
Oh no. It's the disappointed mom and dad maneuver.
Gary didn't mean to interfere with your investigation, officers. He's just thick-headed and poor as dirt. But he's always helped us, given us a place to stay. And he's followed Morel into God knows what jungles.
He's a loyal friend.
Why did you really... Give me the armor.
He sighs again, hangs his head, and unbuttons his shirt fully. A cuirass that matches the dead man's boots comes into view. Soon it is in your hands, smelling of his sweat, but so light to hold, like a bag of cotton.
Why did you really put those clothes in the trash, Gary?
Everyone was picking those pieces off him, and I was watching them do it. And they'd scattered his clothes all over the yard. Everything was smelling, so I went there to take out the trash and started cleaning up. All those rags on the ground, him swinging up there, and...
But
I had
nobody
a lapse of
called the
honor,
cops.
Sir. I thought, he's a foreigner. They all say he wasn't from here.
That's kind of the bizarre thing about this. Like, the Union has such a tight hold on this area of Refishol that nobody even questions a dead man hanging in the yard. It's just problematic that the smelly clothes are littered around.
Only the cuirass was left, so I stripped it off him. It was early in the morning. No one saw me. I took it with me. It was a mistake. Had I known it'd give you guys trouble, I wouldn't have... Fuck.
It's okay. It was a loose end, and you are tying it up now.
I'm so fucking sorry I called you Yellow Man. Sealite officers commanded the suzerain's navy. Most of them sided with the king when...
They were thoroughly conservative men, he realizes suddenly. It's difficult to say what the lieutenant thinks of this historic apology. His face does not belie emotions.
Why did you lie to me, Gary?
Because I was weak. I should have told you the moment I saw you, but...
He's a scaredy cat.
Do you know who killed the hangman, Gary?
I always thought it was the Union. Some Union hardasses lynched him because of the strike. But almost everyone in town knows that. I wish I could tell you more.
Are we done here, Gary?
Yes, absolutely. I will never do anything like this again.
Thank you for your cooperation. Well then, that took a turn for the unexpected. I honestly did not expect to find the armor here. Let's see. So that means that we have two of the... two of the 4 pieces, I think. Inspect the insect traps. Yeah, okay, but I did not find all of them because I didn't take the ones from. Oh, we finally... Okay, help the river start a nightclub. We're only in the 4th day here. Jesus. All right, let's see what kind of sway we have over Titus now.
What is it?
Present the solid theory. Do I have points in logic? Yes. Okay, so I might be able to redo this.
Oh no, he's stuck again. Please, your mouth is open. Close it. It's really going to help if you do. Say something. If you say something, you can jolt out of the stupor. Just one sentence.
Can't we review the components of the theory?
Sure, why not? Let's hear what some of our friends have to say. For starters, you could find out what's behind that mystery door in the kitchen. If it's a secret route, she could have used that to get
Still need to
the roof.
figure out.
Can't get through the door. You know what would help. doing a thorough search of this room. Maybe something's hidden. You could crack that Classia's defenses. Maybe she'll tell you something helpful. It's that simple.
Doing a thorough search of this room. Maybe something's hidden.
Unless we have more business, we...
Let's see. Did I miss something here? In this particular room, I don't think I have anything that's selectable, right?
You see a heavy steel door with the door does not budge.
Yeah, we're gonna leave the door for now. I really feel like I'm missing something here. It might be the voices talking, but still. Let's see.
Officer, it's a fine day for questions. Oh,
Did you take the document?
no, of course not. As I said, it would have been too risky for me to use those documents anyway.
Oh, right, she was a corporate
My
spy.
employer gave them to me. In truth, I should have destroyed them.
Perhaps the people who were after you are...
They couldn't know where I put it. I'm absolutely sure I was not followed. And I've told no one but you. You mentioned seawater? I was worried I'd been too careless with the latch. The documents were probably just washed away.
The words, washed away, sound distant and strange suddenly. Somewhere far away, a dog barks.
Officer? Lies.
Yes, we demand she be punished for deceiving us. We demand her anxiety. We demand her fear.
Clausia. It was my first real boyfriend who gave me that name. He never recovered from the shit we went through. Because of me.
Who was
he?
he?
Was a writer. He made Orenislet. And I destroyed him. I know I'm shit. I know. But I haven't done anything. At least nothing illegal.
Failure to aid a police investigation. She purposefully misrepresented information crucial to the case. Fucking mind games. Enough. That's right, gang. Stern and merciless now. Stern and merciless as we reel her in.
Failure to aid a police officer. You've wasted our time critical. Misrepresented information. Without the Hardy's confession, we'd know nothing.
The lieutenant produces a pair of handcuffs.
Please no.
Fragile, unshielded.
I like that
Her
Kim
voice is
immediately
thin and
hops on
tired.
this bandwagon, but I'm kind of concerned that I accidentally actually arrested her.
I think I know who did it. Who shot Lely. I can tell you. I can
There
help
we
you.
go. What do you know? Who shot him?
She's silent for a second, as if looking into herself for certainty. Then, in a hushed voice, she says, gearing up for this betrayal is hard for her.
Ruby.
Ruby again. Why do you think it was
She has
her?
this thing for me. Ever since I met her and the boys downstairs. She's been pretty frank about what she wants.
What she's saying is, sex.
Sex?
And more. I made the mistake of confiding in her. I told her I was on the run. She started protecting me. It became an unhealthy relief. When I started spending time with Lely, she told me to end it.
Where the fuck is Ruby, though?
If I didn't. It was not a good meeting. We stopped talking after that, but...
Where the fuck is Ruby, and why did she shoot someone with my gun?
I don't understand. What exactly in your relationship made you think she's romantically interested in you?
She said she's in love with me. She even asked me to run away with her when I told her I'm a fugitive. She started developing notions about our relationship.
And you led her on?
A little. I was flattered, you know? But then I had to let her off, and it was not easy. I came to regret being friendly with her. We maybe kissed, nothing more.
Sounds like she was
This
fixated
is
on
just
you.
an assumption.
I know what it sounds like. That's why I didn't want to tell you before. But she knew what had happened when I
Kim
came
hasn't put the
downstairs.
handcuffs down, by the way.
Somehow, she knew Lely was dead. She wasn't surprised at all. When we came up here, she was calm as a stone, too. She cleaned it all up like she had a plan.
When Ruby said there would be shit happening if you didn't end your relationship with the deceased, was she
She
threatening
came
you?
over one night, drunk, said she'd turn my life into a living hell. I've been threatened before, so I can tell when someone knows how to do it. And she's a pro. She must be. To keep the Hardys in line. I tried severing ties with her after that. I thought it had worked, but...
Some of that fear is still with her. She exhales sharply. What are you talking about? She's afraid you'll arrest her.
How could she have killed him?
You've been trying to kick that door down, right? Maybe it leads downstairs. She could have come to the roof through that, then taken the shot right here, where I stand. It was dark outside. I wouldn't have seen her.
Then slipped back downstairs without anyone noticing. That is possible.
Interesting theory. Did she know that door exists? Had you been out there with her?
Yes, of course. She's been up here many times, jacking private stations off the ring antenna. She used to come here to drink on the roof with me, before it got weird.
That's it for Ruby?
And what? Arrest the liar now. Why? She told us some pretty interesting things there. Don't arrest her. Push her a bit more, but then let her off. That Ruby theory was solid. And she's beautiful. Her. Stop letting her distract you.
I'll keep you here for here, miss, for now. Okay, the handcuffs are gone.
Thank you. Thank you. You won't regret it.
Something tells you you will. She nods. Then no.
Okay.
Okay, we have to... I want that woman arrested.
She slowly lights another cigarette. Wasteland of reality.
We might need her,
Congrats,
though.
You're sober. It will take a while for your body to remember how to metabolize anything that isn't sugar from alcohol. So you're going to be pretty ravenous soon. Eat plenty. You can expect your coordination and balance to improve in a couple of weeks. In 2 months, you might start sleeping like a normal person. Full recovery will take years, though. It'll be depressing, and it'll be boring. Don't expect any further rewards or hand claps. This is how normal people are all the time.
Oh, shit. Oh, no. Jesus, that is a brutal strike to my stats. Wow. Well, somebody in chat did explain to me that the original intent was to have a debuff if you didn't use drugs or alcohol for a while. So this sort of makes sense. And D-Rap and Breakfast, how's it going? Also, I am gonna take a very short break, so I'm gonna be right back. Don't go anywhere, Chad. What do you mean, streamer appeared back on his channel after a break? You blaspheme! And also, if you all can do me a massive favor, please do go follow up Martian Dude. He is a fantastic musician and hosts an incredibly chill stream where he plays a lot of music and generally provides with a fantastic vibe. So please do go check him out. Give him some support, give him some love.
Hey, was there something you needed? Another thing. Great. I love those. Why? No, fuck it. I don't want to know. I don't want to know why these degenerates do what they do. I thought we had one good guest in the building.
It's Kim.
He really doesn't like it being classier.
You have Lena. Lena is a good customer.
Well, she's not a guest, is she?
What? Did someone mention my name?
We were just paying you a compliment. And finding out a degenerate from room 3 nicked the phone line. Everything is okay here. Good thing that guest pays for her stuff on time. I'll forward her the bill and be done with it. Why?
He really doesn't like it being classier.
I bet you didn't want it to be her.
What's that supposed to mean? Fuck you, buddy. She's not my taste. Good thing she pays.
Wow. She really isn't his taste. Her spell hasn't spread here.
Now, was there anything else? Yes?
I wonder if the window will get repaired if you... Oh, wow. No, I don't want to quick... Save game. There we go. Just make hundreds of saves. That's how you play these types of video games.
It's you again.
Yes.
What is it?
It is I, Harry. It's getting better. Do I have something to boost my logic with? If not, I do have an additional skill point that I can spend. But I'd rather not... Oh, I'm actually rather close to another skill point, so... Empathy, interfacing, Inland Empire, visual drama, logic, +2. I think I went through this spiel already and have the most logic I can logic up. Oh, wait, no.
It's you again.
It is I, Harry. See, that's a lot better. That is a lot better.
A sudden flash of lightning in your neocortex.
Ooh.
The hostel cafeteria is lit by its airy
Beautiful.
lights, floor plans, bullet trajectories, webs of human emotion, all channeled into a
Double sixes always wins. Why are you so sure Ruby didn't off
So
him?
that's what you were squinting at. You were trying to come up with a theory, weren't you? That she did it.
Yeah, he was cobbling together shit so he could put her away. It's RCM 101.
Well, let old Titus set your mind at ease then. She didn't do it. She was here all night.
Sunday night, 11:30 to 12:15. She was here all that time?
Yeah, with us, drinking, near the stage there.
She didn't go to the toilet? In a whole 45-minute window, she was with you all the time?
All right. She took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out too. She has an operation to run from her lorry. We're not getting into what that operation is again, Culp.
That's probably for the best. Don't break your stride now.
And just 'cause she was gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to the roof and shot him. I've been through this. It's not plausible.
Just didn't notice the fucking door.
All right, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for sometime during the window. This is crucial. Now let's place her on that roof.
You do agree that the shot came from the roof, right?
You can't draw a straight line into Clausia's window from any of the surrounding buildings. Not from what I know about Martinez. Maybe from the coast. But like I said, I've been too busy dealing with you idiots. So no, I don't think it was a sniper.
We never found the bullet itself, right? There's a 72% chance that the bullet came from the roof.
72%. There's a percentage and all. Where'd you get it from? Your guys in the lab?
The Jamrock Ballistics Lab. Jamrock Ballistics sound like a band. I analyzed it on spot. Turns out I can do that.
I know what you did here on the weekend. People talk. And what they say doesn't sound like a science column. You're a madman.
Those numbers were an ass pull, man.
Yeah, and they don't put her on the roof either. It's just mambo jumbo. He hasn't got shit.
I saw Jamrock Ballistic Lab in the pavilion last year get set. Ruby could have gotten to the roof from somewhere inside the whirling.
Yeah. The only way up there is through Clausia's room.
How much do you guys know
We've
about
only
this
been
place?
drinking here for what? 6 years? How much do we know?
Been thinking of getting wilding in rats. That is on my ass, boss.
There you go. Tatted on his ass.
You really enjoyed that line read. There's a locked door in the kitchen and another on the roof. Ever been through those?
But that doesn't prove anything.
It's just 2 dolls. We're not giving you Ruby for that. She's one of us.
What if those 2 doors are connected, Eugene? Is that your name, Eugene? If they are connected, she could have gone to the kitchen, gone up, shot him on the roof, then come down. All in 5 minutes. How about that?
Yes, she could have. This is one.
It actually wasn't that long of a shot. It was like 3 meters max. Have you noticed the winch out back on the outer wall of the building?
I'll play alone. Those 2 doors of yours, the winch connects them with some kind of dumb waiter.
What winch? Where's the winch?
On the side of the building. You can see it from the harbor. You want to be a lieutenant, you gotta keep your eyes peeled.
I've seen the winch.
Fuck off, man.
What is it? You got eyes or something?
Firmly. Try shit on a stick. All you've established is a possible route to the roof that you haven't found. And even then, a route doesn't put that bullet in the Burke's head. A gun does that, and Ruby doesn't carry one.
About that.
Phase 2. Murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least a shadow of a doubt. In the shape of a gun.
She could have smuggled drugs as well.
That's just about your favorite topic, isn't it?
It's
every fucking 5 seconds.
It's called investigating.
You were warned not to bring it up. Your best shot here is to just back out of it.
I'm not getting into it if it touches your precious business.
Cop. She's got connections. I could see how she could have access to a gun. that still doesn't mean she did.
That's all you needed. Doubt.
You lost your gun?
What an idiot! Tell me, did you lose it before the murder?
Yes.
You didn't. And Ruby didn't use your lost gun to kill him.
Stop thinking about your lost gun, damn it. You'll get a heart attack.
Can I die from losing my gun?
This was merely a thought exercise. He did not lose his gun. Let's move on.
Showed him the antique rifle. There are weapons like this just laying around Martinez.
Antique. A Bell McGray. It's inoperable. Where'd you get it?
There's a seller under the bookshop. Was in there with the others
20,
just like it.
Maybe 30 rifles, Titus. Also broken, but still, there were too many. And there must be other caches too.
God damn it. We need to close that dump down for good.
Okay, I see your point. There are guns lying around. Damn it. I thought we'd found all the old spots. Why was that still there?
We just missed one. Ruby doesn't know this place, boss. Just these cops digging up shit.
There's a small 28% chance that shot came from beyond the roof.
Yes, goddammit, I know what a 72% chance means. It means there's a 28% chance it isn't that. And 28% is no small chance.
Well, Titus, let me tell you about my dice rolls throughout this playthrough.
Just making sure we are on the same page. It doesn't all fit. We are just sharing info, candidly.
I didn't say I'd prove she had the murder weapon, just that we need to find her.
I don't knock up. Why don't you find your lost gun first?
Easy now, Al. This isn't comedy hour.
I know what 72% means, to which XCOM replies, I don't think you're due, buddy.
Titus, we're not seriously considering it, are we? Ruby wouldn't do this. Why would she do something like this?
Phase 3. Motive. The big one. Get this and they'll give her to you. Remember, don't piss him off. That never works.
It's not why did she kill him, it's why did she organize the cover-up.
And I suppose you have a theory on that.
She could have just been covering it up for herself, Titus.
Think about it. Why go through all that effort? It was her idea, wasn't it? The hanging. You went along, but she suggested it.
She had, like, a fully formed plan and shit. Right when she came back downstairs.
Really, Shanks? Claudia wanted to talk to another girl, that's all. She was just the first one up there. I could have come up with that plan if I'd have been first.
Time for a logics demonstration.
Let's bring Eugene into this.
Think. You kill him. Get up there. Shoot him. Get down.
Would you prefer to go on trial with your friends as part of a lynch mob or alone for committing murder?
Is silent.
If she used us to cover her own shit up, well, that's a serious violation of the Hardy Code, boss.
Which is why she didn't. She would never do that. Why aren't more of you defending her? This is fucking stupid, Titus.
Glenn, I thought the same thing when she skipped town and left us in this shit.
Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And she skipped town. This is good.
Klasha told me some pretty interesting things about Ruby. Hey, I shifted properly between Dutch and English. Woo!
Yeah. Like what?
She had a thing?
A thing? You mean?
Yeah, but they're both girls.
Girls like girls too, Angus, sometimes. This is one of those times. She liked Glacier.
Fuck you. First he says she's murdered him. Now she's a too? It's a lie.
Come on, Glenn. She likes Monica's titties more than you do. Everyone knows which way the wind blows there.
I did. I knew it. That's why she didn't fuck me at Fatty's birthday party.
She didn't fuck you, 'cause you're 40, and you still live with your mom, Danny.
Jesus Christ, Eugene. Officer, I would like to report a murder.
Ruby then threatened her and told her to end her relationship with the deceased.
This is some sordid
Hey,
shit.
Kanto, how's it going?
It's also the kind of garbage our Miss Aronier puts out to cover her own ass.
She told us,
Figures. But that Ruby is queer as
it's
kept.
very disco.
Now that I start thinking about it. So there is some truth to it. And that's okay. Some are queerer than others. You can still be a hardy. But if you bring your own personal shit into our outfit,
We have yet to obtain Elysium, though.
And then, boss, use us to cover it up? I mean, that's just fucked up.
If it's true. But it's not. Right?
Maybe it's all part of a leadership challenge against you, Titus?
there's no fucking leadership challenge. Just when I thought you were taking this seriously, cop, you put your head in your ass.
It's a party trick.
Man, now he's just throwing shit against the wall to see what sticks.
Okay, we've ruled out infighting. That's how this works, by exclusion. Remember, all we need to do is rule Ruby out too. That's all this is.
There's a bit of truth in there for Titus to react so brashly. He does not like his authority questioned.
Yeah, but if you poke the bear, sometimes you get answers. Sometimes you get punched in the face. When Klasha came downstairs, Ruby appeared to know that something was wrong.
Nah, man. That's just Ruby. She's got shit under control. That's her whole thing. That's why she's so good.
Plus, man, it's like female intuition, you know. Women talk to women. Which is sort of why we need someone on the team who they talk to.
Or she knew what happened because she killed him.
So useful.
Fucking hell.
Betrayal is not painless. Even the doubt of it hurts.
Maybe she killed him because she thought it would curry favor with you?
You had expressed, on occasion, your dislike of the mercenaries' presence in Martinez, right?
Whack someone in my district? That doesn't carry much favor with Titus Hardy. She has to know that.
Titus, you have to see it. Things don't add up. We need to talk to her.
Silence. He looks around the room. The old man in the corner nods. A very small nod, and a trickle of tobacco spit on his lip. This is the only option he cares for.
Yeah, I see it. There's one more thing I've been wondering about. Ever since you asked me where she is. Add it to your list of suspicions, if you want. I don't know where she went. She just got up and left. Got real scared, too. Wouldn't tell me where. However hard I asked. Want to know why?
Why?
She was afraid I would tell you. Maybe she was right. By now, I probably would.
She knew there's evidence on her, and she knew we'd find it. This is typical suspect behavior, why fleeing is always incriminatory.
Perhaps. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though. She made sure of that.
Progress. When did she leave?
Friday afternoon, when you first arrived. I got word the RCM was in town. Then she came in to see me. Told me she was leaving. That's when we had our little conversation.
What was she scared of?
I told you. You.
Me, as in the RCM?
No, you. As in the cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes.
And a hole in his heart. That first.
And the hole in his heart.
You suck on that gun like someone tore you a brand new asshole.
Don't forget Funny Tie too. No wonder she's afraid. I have come to declare the ending of the human experiment.
How can I forget?
You and I are going to dance in the moonlight under 1 billion stars.
Oh, this might be my favorite necktie line in the game so far.
You know, when I first saw you limp in here, I thought she was paranoid or sniffing her own supply. But now I'm not so sure.
What else did Ruby tell you about me?
She said you have a funny taste in clothes and that you won't stop.
Won't stop?
Until you have something on her. She said she's heard of you from Jamrock, that you're a human can opener, that you play suspects against each other, open them up like can.
Is that what makes you spill the beans, Titus?
Fucking hell. Titus, did he just...
Open Angus up like a can? Yes, he did. Now, we can whine about it, whack him, or we can go on with
Hey Aaron, how's it going?
I'm having to go on with our lives kind of day, Al. How about you?
Yeah, that's kind of the thing that I really like about this game. Like, as unorthodox as his approach is, and as unorthodox as the way that we're going about this investigation is, it's in a very fucked up way. It sort of makes sense.
It's not an actual question. Silence. He nods.
Anything else? Anything? Am I a can opener?
You are insistent.
That's what you get with a can-do attitude. Gotta bust out the can and the uncanny.
Yeah, there was something else. She wouldn't tell me, though. I could see she wanted to. It was burning on her lips. This called Titus. This called eat. But she was too scared.
Just a quick second. Alright. And let's see, where were we?
Scared. You should be too. A strange fear creeps over you. A metallic taste in your mouth. Change the subject.
Do you have any... Oh, right.
She's not far. We know that much. She didn't take her lorry, so she's on foot.
Maybe in the basement?
Good fucking luck, man. She knows this place like the back of her hand. You'll never find her.
Yeah, Al. And we won't either.
She's not really a hardy candidate anymore, is she?
She's not, Glenn.
Have you looked for her?
Little. On the coast.
Where have you looked for her, more precisely?
More precisely, on the coast, past the waterlock. She's not here, so I'm thinking...
Okay, past the waterlock. Can you tell me where on the coast Oh, the engine thing at the end of the coastline. Can you tell me where on the coast I should start looking?
There's some shit houses there. A cinder block town. The fisherfolk there refuse to unionize. So, that's one place we haven't looked. I hear they have a shack where junkies sometimes crash. Time for you to step up.
It's my house.
We will start there. One more question. What does Ruby look like?
Boyish. Hair's red. Dyed. She looks like a lorry man.
Do you know what she's doing with Yulin frequencies?
The what now? I have no idea. Boys?
She said she's building a pale emitter.
What?
We were talking about radio equipment. She said she's doing Yulon frequencies and a pale something. I don't know more.
Oh, here we go. We've been hearing about the pale for a while, and I'm curious what it actually is in the game.
This guy barely understands what he's talking about.
There you have it. pale something.
It feels like you'll get to know soon enough.
It's not much, but it'll do.
Have to.
Shake
His
it.
grip is firm and reassuring, like holding a piece of unpolished granite. Not just granite, tightly packed RCM Sergeant material.
I think you should be a cop, Titus.
When are you gonna get it through your dumb head?
I am the law.
Am. I just wasn't sure you were.
And he still isn't. People aren't afraid of good cops in the way Ruby was afraid of you, he thinks, then turns back to his men.
All right, that is a hell of a lead, though. A hell of a lead. So now we've isolated. This would have been like if you're going through this, like through the conversations. Then this would have been the moment where you'd find the Fisher Village. But since we already did, I already know my way around. Got my logic cap on. It's my lucky cap. And hey, Takeda, how's it going? It's such an oddly relaxing tune, yet it has some... I don't know how to put it, but when I hear that song, I envision... I envision, like, a corpse of a town where you have, like, the concrete buildings still standing, but like the windows have long since faded away, slight overtaking of nature, and there's just this tune playing over rusted megaphones. Kind of the Stalker-esque vibes that I'm getting from it. Like the environment there, that's the mental image I get from that music. Liminal. Like an old Soviet war town? Not a war town. I don't envision... I don't envision, like, destroyed buildings or something like that. Just something, like, buildings stripped of life, if that makes sense. Like, no interior, just the framework of buildings lining a street with greenery slowly overtaking that. Some parts of Baltimore. More like an abandoned miner town. If it was heavily, what's the word? If it had more infrastructure, kind of like that. That's kind of what I envision when I'd see. I'm gonna go with crack house. God damn it, Lloyd. Some parts of Baltimore. Oh, let me see. Abandoned. Well, it would be, what's the town called? Pripyat? So not, like, war-torn, but just abandoned, right? This entire soundtrack has that sort of sensation to it where it feels like you're walking through the corpse of a city.
Fires are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards.
I am actually really curious if I can do this. Let's try my luck. I have my double sixes already.
Fires are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards.
Oh yes, she does. You need to get your drink on. There is no other way for human beings to procreate. Not after 6,000 years of yeast cultivation-based mating rituals.
Alcohol? Connect? I'm not sure I'm following you.
Get hammered with me on a date, drunk date. It will be nice, I promise.
That's a good impression. You really cracked me up, officer. Now, how can I help you?
She doesn't even understand. You asked her out. Perhaps you're too sober to pull it off right now. Try again later.
Okay, now we have to ask around town. What if Kuno was the killer? We need to talk to Kuno. Hang on. I need to meet my quota of 1 Kuno per stream. But I don't know, like, when I hear this sort of, the way that the music is composed, it all has this sort of, isolating feeling about it. But it's also, because the environment is designed the way it is, it also feels like it's part of the world. Especially when you go here and if you wouldn't notice, like, the bulb pieces, it looks like it's, like, some sort of odd megaphone, right? So I imagine the first time I went through this area, I imagined it just blaring over the speakers, like some sort of, almost like a propaganda message. But it's also like melancholic in a lonely kind of way. I really like it.
Fuck does Kuno care?
The boy turns to you. He doesn't care. You wouldn't happen to know about any missing locusts?
No, Kuno doesn't give a fuck about books.
With the snow and weed / grass, I'm expecting to see a steampunk Mac. Have you ever played Scythe? Me and Gypsy have been looking at that game, but it doesn't seem like super fun. Sticking with a war town, but the kind of war town that stopped construction because the war was over too quickly and funds dried up just before they could get it running to a livable standard. So, like a town that would have been industrialized purely to fuel the war machine, but after the war died down, the town died with it, kind of deal.
So he knows locusts are bugs.
This is important.
Oh my god, I told you that shit is lame!
Shut up, see.
Now they're gonna take you to lame prison!
She sounds like she's about to cry, out of disappointment at Kuno's newfound lameness.
What is this
Not
about?
everything, Kuno. You need to lawyer up.
Kuno's not gonna say anything without his lawyer present.
There's definitely something going on here. Remember his pig's head shack? You should check it out.
All right.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
I'm at my Kuno quota. No, we don't have to Kuno anymore today. Scythe is pretty good, but can be stressful. In one way, like, the way... granted, I've only watched, like, one Shut Up and Sit Down review, and that sort of put me off on the idea of playing Scythe. So I never really gave it a shot. Right, it's crawling with locusts in here, so
All around
yeah.
you, the hisses and chirps of locusts fill the musky air. The earthen floor of the shack has been shaped into mounds of mud, dotted with little holes for windows.
Well, detective, it appears you've solved the case of the locusts. For the missing locust case, which is a sub-case of the imaginary insect case. So at least that's going well.
Yes, precisely what I was thinking.
I feel we are nearing a real breakthrough.
You think the Insulidian phasmid is nearby?
The presence of the locust points to the opposite. The phasmid did not take the bait from the traps. It was Kuno. The phasmid doesn't exist. But what do I know?
Use your powers of deduction. You knew the magic bug was nowhere near here. The phasmid is impairing your judgment.
That's how cryptid it is. I see. We should talk to Kuno about this, give him to stop.
I'll let you handle the Kuno side of things. You are doing just fine.
You need to keep your mind to a lot of things like building armies, gathering resources, make sure what your opponents are doing, deal with problems, etc. Yeah, it sounds like Catan with extra steps. At least that's what it sounded like to me when it was described.
Fuck does Kuno care?
I know you took the locust from the traps the cryptozoologist set up.
Yeah. Kuno took the bugs. So what?
So it wasn't the phasmid. A wave of disappointment washes over you.
You say you don't give a fuck about bugs, and then you go and build a whole bug town.
It's not Bugtown. It's the city of locusts. Locusts aren't just bug shit. They come out of the sky like a fucking shadow. Shit descends.
Shit descends. It usually does.
Stop! You stop. It's like they're fucking night. Locust City, Night City, City of Rage.
The girl forces herself to watch again. The corners of her eyes twitching from discomfort. The lameness is causing her physical pain. The damage may be permanent.
Kuno's got the bad case of the lame at maximum velocity. What are you, some kind of artist now?
Maybe I am.
Did he just say I?
Oh, we're breaking Kuno. Hold on, did I hear you right? You said I?
Kuno made Kuno. Kuno says whatever the fuck he wants. There are no rules here, pig. I fucking say I when I wanna, and Kuno when I wanna. Kuno's free. Kuno's free to fucking die, bitch.
This is what he sometimes does when things get tense.
You should listen to your friend Kuno. Art's lame as hell.
Oh, Kuno! It's so lame, even the pig knows it's lame. Please stop!
Yo, fuck you, see? Kuno can be what Kuno wants to be. Kuno's his own man. Kuno's free.
He tears at the buttons of his shirt trying to rip them open, but they don't give way. We entered into the full lame dimension.
Kuno made himself into Kuno. Kuno can make himself into anything. Kuno can make himself into a pig if he wants. Kuno can make himself into a... Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Oh, don't make yourself into a pig, Kuno. You'll have to take me away.
Damn, Kuno, that's cringe.
So that's what this is about.
That depends on the choices you make, young girl.
Without a word, she disappears entirely behind the fence. For once, the boy is lost for words. He turns completely red now, with splotches of white beginning to appear across his face. Use this momentary confusion to take control of the situation.
I need you to stop taking locusts from the traps. The cryptozoologists are trying to find something very important. Those locusts are bait.
I don't give a shit. I don't need the locusts anyway. Shit is all lame now. C was right.
The girl's face appears again, above the fence, just long enough to make eye contact with Kuno.
What's going to happen to the locust?
Kuno's gonna let the fucking locusts die.
Don't do that. That's rude. Okay, now that that's settled, I better be
What
off.
are they trying to catch anyway? With the traps?
None of your business.
Yeah, whatever.
It's beyond your comprehension, little child. Your IQ needs to be at least this high for this ride. What if Kuno is the Phasmid? I was toying with that theory, but, you know, it's Kuno.
Hello, officer. I think I almost have it. A new trap design, that is. I know you're skeptical, but I have a good feeling about this.
I had a chat with this kid, Kuno. He promised to stop stealing the locusts.
It was just a child.
Thank you for telling us, sweetie. This is good news, right? It means we can try again.
Kuno can be a Phasmid if Kuno wants. Kuno doesn't fucking care. Oh, every time Kuno appears, I get brain rot.
Something is secretly gnawing at her confidence. It's not this Kuno kid or the missing locusts. It's something else.
Yeah, you're right. We just need to restock the empty trap. Then we'll need to inspect the traps one more time. And then maybe we can.
Darling, I told you to take it easy. You're getting sick. Maybe it's time to go home.
You're right, you're right. We can come back next season when it's warmer.
Maybe I can still restock the traps for you?
Fine. It's better than having these people get pneumonia on the coast. But after this...
Really? It's too much, officer.
What Morel means is we're grateful for your help.
Free XP!
Here's a fresh batch of locusts. They should slide right down the funnel. And thank you again. We will definitely mention you, should this lead to a discovery. I'm not talking co-discovery, of course, but...
Wow. Co-discovery. You'd be famous. You'd show them all. This does tingle the pleasure center.
Sweet fucking endorphins.
This would show them all. We need to get you on that list of discoverers. No question about that.
Yeah, it happened a couple of times. We also, I also managed to dislodge the camera earlier, but pressing the zoom in, zoom out buttons helped reset that. Wonder if they're ever gonna restock on Yelm Dollar Man. Quit being a cop and let's uncrypt it. Bigfoot doesn't stand a chance against my investigative abilities. Been a detective for 30 years. Solved hundreds of cases. I can solve Bigfoot in a day.
The trap stands empty amongst the reeds, powdered with snow. The locusts, dazed from being transported, slowly begin to acclimate to their new surroundings. They're not really going to get the chance to get comfortable here.
Good. Now that's done. When do you think we will return to our impending apocalypse of a murder investigation? Don't answer that. It was a rhetorical question.
He doesn't want to. But if there is one more cryptozoological runaround, he must force the investigation back on track. This better be it.
Damn it, Kim, what about Bigfoot? Let's see if she knows a bit more.
Our tenant, the policeman.
Ah, there you
I
go.
hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you
Found
with?
this jacket, but it's filthy. Could you wash it for me?
I can wash it for you. But it's going to take about a half an hour. Think you can stay put for that long?
I love a cryptozoology game, but the main reason you're trying to find Bigfoot is to give him back his wallet and drop.
Hell yeah.
I could use a breather. It's been another track and field day.
Yeah, I'll wait.
Well, hand it over then, and I'll see what I can do. Must say, I'm proud of this one. It's pretty nice underneath all that filth. I hope you take better care of it than its last owner.
Have you seen a red-haired woman named Ruby around the coast?
Nay, I haven't seen anyone lately.
Okay, but do you know who I'm talking about?
This is my little cinder block town. I know what goes on around here.
She's being evasive. She knows something.
There was a murder in Martinez. She might be a suspect. We would appreciate your help.
How's he gonna feed his family of little Bigfoot? These are valid arguments.
Would you now? I know how this world works, and it doesn't work when people tell on each other.
You know something we're here to help is like when that man locked himself in a woodshed. We just need her to come out. This isn't about the union, you know, and don't have to worry about retaliation.
No, it's not like that, man. With him, we called you. Right now, you just arrive by yourself, like a raven plucking at the window glass. I'm not going anywhere. Perhaps there's something else the village can do for you, huh? Though we don't have much here. Just garbage and a skiff or two.
I feel like I'm making massive progress today.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the
Have you seen any bad people around?
I don't think questioning 4-year-olds without their parents present is going to crack the case.
Then we're definitely doing it.
Children are stupid. Bye. And the children outside our house certainly are. That's a beautiful mural right there.
Tequila sunset.
Here's your jacket.
My jacket?
Yeah, the one you had me clean the seagull shit off
A
of.
look of consternation crosses the man's face. He looks at you, then at his bottle, then back at you.
What is consternation?
What the fuck are you talking about, Tequila?
What the fuck are you talking
Rosemary,
about?
what the fuck is Tequila talking about?
Oi, that's the jacket you stole 2 weeks ago. From the kid who was making it with his gal on the beach.
That's disgusting. I've never done anything like that in my life. You're both delusional. Found. That's medium concept stuff.
It becomes abundantly clear to you how this man managed to lose his keys, business, friends, and girlfriend. I'm calling it. It's neurological.
Went through some dark shit to get this for you. Take the fucking jacket.
You know what? Fine. Maybe I can pawn it for some booze.
Aye, good thinking.
Have you seen a red-haired woman named Ruby around here lately?
Can't really remember seeing any women after losing my keys.
Okay, that's just depressing.
It's a touchy topic. He hasn't got laid in ages. He really has no idea who this Ruby is, sire.
Alright. Let's go ask somewhere else. But the big question is did he do it to himself? Ooh, I haven't seen this before. A sewer. Maybe Egghead knows something. We have to question Egghead. He is on a scale of awareness that we have yet to achieve. Why is there a boat? Why is there a boat? Who does the boat belong to? Why is there 2 boats? These are excellent questions. How's it going, Phonic? Or a whole armada. It's the war is over. We're dealing with the aftermath, so I reckon an armada would be a bit overkill. Oh, there is a boat. Where are you?
I'll just keep the
Oh, hey.
Cordelechi in the channel, if that's okay. It's too
What are you
shallow
doing here?
near the pier. Hi, ma'am. And it's a jetty, by the way. Of course. Jetty. I prefer a good jetty to a pier any day. Jetty.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, detectives. It's good to see you here. I only just arrived myself.
What brings you here, madame?
Nothing, really. I've had my eye on this jetty for weeks now, so I decided to investigate it personally. This cluster of buildings isn't on any of the official maps, as far as I can tell.
That. And she's also keeping an eye on you.
Yeah, have you been spying on us?
Spying has such a negative connotation. I did track your progress along the coast.
Spying has such a negative
and decided
connotation.
I'd
It's more like
better
watching
able to
you
assist
sleep.
you from here. Then there's the matter of that little scamp in old lady clothes. She threatened to paint the Cordelechi red. Like blood, you see.
It's a
Well,
message.
I like it the way it is. White.
What is this? Destruction of property? Hooliganism? Elder abuse? And who is this scamp anyway?
Who is this scamp? Want me to look into it?
No need. Lillian and I are getting on much better. For one, she appreciates the concept of rent.
So, how do you like it around here?
How do I like it?
Water drips down eaves of Eternite. The jetty below her feet creaks to the tune. The smell of salt and dog shit in the background.
It's pornographically poor. The street has no name. All the men are dead or missing. And is that the carcass of a motor carriage over there? I'm surprised that woman hasn't put me to the sword yet. Maybe she will. You should ask your questions while you can.
Dark eyes survey the coast leading up to Martinez. Dull grey metal rests in her scabbard. A sword. The wind is too loud for her to hear.
Fortunately for you, madame, the RCM is on the scene.
All right. Politics time. Let's react.
Oh, I feel like somebody took the React scene a bit personal. Beautiful.
Real men, real politics, real thoughts in your head.
This is just how the real city looks. This place is doomed either way.
She could easily just...
You detect a note of longing in her voice. Above you, there forms a quilt of alto-cumulus clouds, twisting into each other. The wind, their cloud shadows slide over the ruins of Revachol West. Wherever they pass, the temperature drops slightly, but perceptibly. It's early spring, and the rains
Gotta
are
love
coming.
shivers.
An officer enters a low hut of stone and wood. Inside, weapons are piled against the walls. Rifles with splintering stocks, and swords, tens, if not hundreds. They're antiques, says Lieutenant John, the archetype McCoy, to his partner. They're digging them up from the catacombs now, fixing them. Old caches from the revolution. The children carry them up. Come May, the streets will be flooded. Outside, the wind rattles the loose hatches, flooded with cheap weapons in angry hands.
Do you know how they discovered this place?
In this fishing village?
No. They're in Celindian, Isola.
What is an Isola
I'm
exactly?
guessing you don't know then.
No, I don't know how they discovered
Well,
it.
your condition has left you no worse off than most of these people. The literacy rate is around 45% west of the river. 50 years of occupation have left these people in an oblivion of poverty.
Oblivion, that's so me. Is around where I operate, things are getting better though?
I knew you would sympathize. Most Revacholians will never know what this place means. Our home. This island of matter. Or why they were ferried over in the first place. Remind me to tell you one day. For now, how can I assist you in this new location?
Tell me now, we have time.
I hear you have singled out a suspect and are in pursuit. This is cause for cautious optimism. I would not want to delay you.
This story she will tell only before she leaves Martinez, at the very end of her stay.
Maybe there is something else I can assist you with, while you're hot in pursuit.
Alright. It doesn't just amaze me how well the voice performance is, but also how much they did for this game. And how natural some of the conversations sound. Especially with how Kim presents his dialogue.
Hello, mister.
Do you know anyone named Ruby?
Ruby. My mom tells me I'm a big girl, but she doesn't know that I can't say Earl. Or like, sometimes I can, but then Uller.
Kids.
Are you Lillian's daughter?
Yes, I am. Little Lily. You know my mom?
Yes, we met earlier. I'm your new dad.
That's nice. My mom is great. She's never angry or anything.
Are the twins outside your brothers?
Yes. They don't want to play with me. They're older and play outside. They look the same. Sometimes I can't tell them apart. They look identical. Bye!
Is that the phasmid? It looks like the phasmid, leaning against the wall. Wait, what if this is the fishing rod situation all over again?
What was the fishing rod situation?
It's not the phasmid. It's not even organic. It's a fire iron. How disappointing.
I can't believe it.
Right? You'll have better luck next time, though. The phasmid, finding it is your destiny.
Give the dream of discovering the Insulindian phasmid a rest. For now. Can't believe it was just a fire iron. Also, I do have to stream a bit shorter than what I originally planned for today, by the way, chat. Because I have some stuff that I need to do in the evening. Okay, let's transcend our cranial capacity.
We're close. True, hard, full, car. It's hardcore. Skibber-dee, skibber-danger. I am the rearranger.
Your cop training did not prepare you for this. What to do?
We're close. True, hard, full, car. Hardcore.
Still say nothing? All right.
The night. We're close.
I still can't believe they put a scooter reference in frickin' Disco Elysium.
Hardcore! Yeah! The Y to the E to the A 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 to the G to the H to the exclamation mark! Yeah!
He missed one A.
You have to yell it with 6, 2.
I'm the hard rhymer, the track attacker, the mic enforcer, the sixth checker. I am the law. We're close. True. Hardcore.
I still haven't cracked the egg.
Here comes the night.
I still haven't cracked the egg, chat. It is impossible.
Hard, full, car, hard cut as a mega. Here comes the knife. The club, true, hard, full, car, hard cut as a mega, internally coherent. Good morning, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yako kata, the place to be.
I'm beginning to think this really doesn't have anything to do with the case.
It's a message, so listen and you will see. No illusion. The spirit is what you feel. The cloud, true. Hard cut as a mega, internally coherent. All car, all right, yeah.
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the stuffy tent.
Hardcore! Ah!
Is it though? But is it? I mean, really?
The question is, what is the question?
No, but seriously, I'm a bit worried it isn't.
The skin on your back is crawling. For a second, you can't even hear the music anymore.
I think I cracked the egg.
There is a hall
big sneeze
on Rue de Saint-Gislain, right next to the canal. Don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is, it could be even more so.
You said you were worried. What do you think is wrong with the music?
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm still in love with the hardcore. Sometimes I just feel like anodic music is in its infancy, you know? For example, take this Arno van Eyck jam I've been pumping for the last month, and will continue pumping for the rest of 51. Isn't something holding it back from being hyper? It's like it's only ultra.
I think it's super hardcore, but you're right. It's not hyper hardcore.
It's only ultra hardcore.
It is, isn't it? I knew it. But how could it become harder core? I know the answer in my heart, but cannot think it in my head. If this is not hyper, how could anything be?
I just remembered something. I'm the police. Sounds suspiciously like a question. I thought the question was, what is the question?
No! This is the answer!
Try to think if anything could make it harder core.
What? Guys, there's something happening in his head.
Think even harder.
Oh yeah! He's doing it!
But you're not. This is almost certainly a matter that surpasses the limits of reason.
Hey Dizzy, how's it going? My imagination fills me.
So does mine!
But there's something else that hasn't failed you.
Wait, I just remembered something. I'm the police. Nothing. Me being the police isn't going to help us. I can't help you with this right now. I need something else, something extra. Are you a thought reader?
No nation, but transnation! No war, but class war!
Don't be a lunatic. Of course he isn't. Jermaine here just yells random things. Odds are, sooner or later one of them will come off as fault reading.
Yeah! Reversion imperative!
Unless you were thinking Reversion imperative right now. Anyway, I've had a similar thing happen with eggs yelling. I know what you mean.
But I was thinking Reversion imperative.
It's fucked up, man. Lying like that. And a cop too. He's not a communist. It's just something he likes to yell. He picked it up from a tape jockey at the Palaceum. She was a communist, though.
Yeah! With the rebel yell!
She cried, mo, mo, mo. You really lean so hard on the communism.
I could be a communist. If you want that, do you want me to be a communist?
Please don't turn him into a communist.
Oh yeah, turn him into a communist. Come on, it would be super.
Of course be a communist. Don't be a communist. That path is too hardcore. What?
I could be a...
Please don't.
Oh yeah, turn him into a communist.
The
Come
future needs your help. Did I just get skill points for turning Egghead into a communist? What a video game.
Rules the nation.
Oh no. Almost there. Could use just a bit more work.
The worker must move your ass.
That's still not it.
The young man drops his oversized head in shame. He is truly sorry he couldn't come up with a proletarian yell that would satisfy the great leader.
This poor dude. Is her real name Jermaine?
Hardcore! Jermaine Egghead!
Basically, yes it is.
Why are there lungs on your belt buckle?
Lungs are for love! Love! In a woman's lungs! Lonely as I am, I'm not afraid. This strange, damaged feeling grows on, 'cause I've never loved someone like you before.
A dopamine surge accompanies the words. It feels like electricity flowing down your scalp. Dissipated into you. No, that would be silly. Your body isn't for thinking. It's for robust, wholesome things. Things like discus, javelin, and 400-meter hurdles. Discus.
Did someone say disco?
Necktie wants to try again?
No, that would be sick.
Did someone say disco?
Ah.
All right, here comes the night.
I have cracked the egg. This is the true meaning of Disco Elysium. Hey.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Goodbye, officer.
Yeah, let's
I see you're here again. Offside, man. Did I mention getting us into the church would help?
This young speed freak seems to know a lot about signs. Could he be the techno tinkerer you're looking for? His look is intensely suspicious.
Let me contact a coalition
Don't think
warship.
so. Big bad frequencies are extremely negative. Thought suppression, dream implantation, memory revision. Pretty out there stuff. Not sure I want to get involved with it.
There is fear there, but also curiosity. He just needs a reason to help you.
Besides, our own signs aren't even synced yet. So how am I supposed to get you synced up with a big bad? It don't make any sense, law lover. A sticker? You mean the yellow one? Can you describe it to me?
Show him the sticker inside your ledger.
Seems like my creation has found its way into the legal bureaucracy. What did you want to ask about it?
What's it supposed to
The
be?
dead guy smiling.
What does it mean? Why is the dead guy smiling?
Defeated history. We are living in the age of history, and in the eyes of history, we are always already dead. How can we ever smile then? Because history is a lie, and so are its deaths. The present moment and life are the hardcore. The hardcore expels death. Or maybe he's not dead. Maybe he's just really ecstatic about the beats.
Or drugged out of his mind, come to think of it.
I'm thinking maybe the smiling dead guy is a symbol for communism. He's really just whoop every single time.
Yeah, that interpretation holds. I guess one could write an entire treatise on the thing. But what for?
What about now? Are the signs alright now?
Nah. Still strongly out of sync. Stage gamma disalignment.
What?
You heard me.
He's too hardcore for my fragile human comprehension.
Hello again.
Have you seen a red-haired woman around?
No.
Okay.
Just no?
It's pretty desolate here. I only hear the dogs bark at night and see the shadows move down the coast.
No neighbors to complain about noise when you get the club going. Considering that we're trying to do here, that doesn't seem like a good sign.
Exactly. It's our chance to turn the grim desolation into an overwhelmingly fun dance party.
Yeah, fair. Okay, then we still have a few things that we can check on. Very hardcore to the mega. Skibadoo, skibadanger. I am the rearranger. I really like that line. Wait. Is there something I missed here? Maybe the shoes.
Yes, what is it?
Have you seen anyone suspicious? Say a woman named Ruby?
What? No, no one's suspicious around here.
She has not seen her, sire. 'Tis true.
This is too bad. I was hoping for some answers. Yet here I am, with none. How will I ever feed the children? Tell me, video game.
Hello again.
You look like someone who has money. Do you have
I do
money?
have some money, yes, but that's not what's really important here.
He's not gonna give you money. What are you doing? Clearly you were just profiling. No, I mean, come on. You need the money. If it's not a thing, he can give you some.
Could I have some of that unimportant money then?
I don't have it on me, officer. I was talking in more general terms. I'm just spending time with my kid here, showing him around the lesser-known parts of our hometown. It wouldn't be wise to carry huge amounts of cash on such expeditions.
Not that he would have to worry about being robbed. He looks surprisingly buff.
I'm looking for a suspect. Have you seen anyone suspicious around? By the way, do you work out?
I do some Lomantang stick fighting now and then. It's an anthropological heritage of the Lomantang people. A martial art of sorts, but what not a lot of books mention is that it also carries a cultural significance among the Lomantangs, as it used to be the best means of showing off to look for a bride, which, interestingly enough, brings us to the socio-economic structure of the traditional and rural tribes of the Lomantang Isles, which... But anyway, I'm boring you with details again. You were saying...
Not really interested in the practice. I just want to know how often you work out. Now and then, that's what, like once a week?
Lomantang stick fighting is a little like a Berolidin addiction. I've been practicing it for nearly 20 years now, so you could say that my doses have grown a little peculiar.
Also, just a second, get a feed to fish. Alrighty, I'm back. The fish are happy. Once again. And just a quick second. Gotta check something real quick. All right.
Wait, what does this man know about pyrrolidon addiction?
Hold on. Pyrrolidon addiction? What an interesting metaphor. Or perhaps not a metaphor at all. So, what is it? Twice a week then? Every other day? Man, is it difficult to stay on the right topic with you?
Dad's fighting with sticks every night after dinner for 4 hours. He has a special room for that. And a special costume.
That's right, Mikhail. It also has a meditative quality. Helps to clear my head. But anyway.
I'm looking for a suspect. Have you seen anyone suspicious around?
No, I'm afraid I can't help you with this one, officer. It's just a regular day off for me and Mikhail here.
So you haven't seen anyone around?
No, I'm sorry. As I said, this is just a day off.
There's something friendly and familiar in how he says that. A day off.
Alright, who else can we talk to? We have cracked the egghead code. Maybe some of the local drunks? The washerwoman is hiding something. Look around. Maybe get into her shack somehow. Wait. Don't we have access to her shack? Or wasn't that her house? Have a good one, Monty Rob. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it.
In this corner of the shack, it's clear one of them isn't quite level with the others.
Move the board
space
aside.
Underneath the floorboards is dark and damp. You can barely make out the mixture of sand and sawdust below.
What's in there?
Nothing particular catches your eye. Looks like more reeds. There might be something hidden inside the sand, though. Something bad. Someone's night thoughts. A last resort. A bad idea.
Search through the sand and
You stick your
sawdust.
hand in and start combing through the sand. Dry, not like outside. Fine dust. And then something hard wrapped in paper.
What is it?
Small cylindrical object. You pull it out. A bullet.
A bullet,
The floorboard
interesting.
Doesn't care. But maybe the washerwoman does. You have enough to confront her with. Holding the bullet, you get the feeling this isn't ammunition against you. It's for herself.
That's...
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection in it. The expression. On the table, you see a bowl of...
Guess now we have to talk about the old lady about that. To the old lady about that.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
Why was there a bullet underneath the floorboards of your shack?
Damn that girl.
A bullet? You didn't put it there, did you? She did.
Gone and hid things in there? She's usually a good tenant, and not a stupid one either.
You rented the room to her?
Yes, I let my room to that Ruby girl.
Oh.
As I've done before when she's been in trouble or just looking for solitude. I've made it clear. We welcome all kinds of people here.
When was this?
She came last Friday, left on Monday in a hurry. What has she gotten herself into?
She seems genuinely worried about her previous tenant. She's seen her hiding out from trouble before. But this seems different.
That's for the police to find out. Right then. Please answer each question to the best of your ability. I'm sure we have a few.
You said she left on Monday?
Yes, early with the dogs. Around 8 o'clock, I think.
Is the room exactly as she left
I
it?
cleaned it, like I always do.
Was there anything else there?
No,
What is she like, Ruby?
she's good company. Knows how to talk to an old woman. At my age, you don't get a lot of quality conversation. So I really appreciate that about her.
Did she talk to you much during her last stay?
No, she was mostly silent this time. Kept to herself.
What do you mean?
She tried not to let it show, but I could tell she hadn't come to fish. Usually she likes to cast a few lines, but this time she mostly stayed in her room.
I get the feeling like either we're being completely red-herringed, or that this was just a passion crime. And it is a very elaborate thing leading to the main body of the game. Why do you think she left the
How
bullet
would I
there?
know? She's a gruff one, but not violent. She doesn't go around toting a gun.
You could ask her about your hunch, that it was a desperate measure. See if she thinks Ruby fits the bill.
I have a possible explanation in mind.
Do tell.
An exit plan.
Exit from what?
Her
the
life?
lieutenant stops writing for a moment. He looks at you, then at the old woman.
No, she's a fighter.
I heard she was a heavy drinker with anger issues. Did you ever witness that kind of behavior?
Nothing of the sort. Sure, she was no stranger to the bottle. She fit in that way. But I only knew her to have a beer on the beach while watching the sunset.
The sun sets for everyone.
She isn't what you call a drunk. Even offered me some from time to time. Said it was part of the communal life. But I never saw her lose control of herself the way some people do.
Did she have any technical equipment with her, like radio stuff?
Not that I know of, though she was into nice music. She once showed me a few mixtape milieu she'd made. Although I guess she was pretty handy with the mechanical and technical stuff. Even fixed the heater in the shack. You should be thankful for that.
Where did you go?
I don't know. Further up the coast. She tried to leave quietly, but the hinges on that door screeched like a cat in heat. Woke me up. I heard her rushing in those heavy boots, heading up north. You'll never find her, you know. She knows the coast like the back of her hand. You only just arrived.
I wouldn't worry about that, man. We are persistent.
Further up the coast we go then.
Are you sure you would rather stay here? Get a nice cozy fire going in the heater? Seems like a better idea to me.
The failed electric mural. You feel like you should go look at it again. Step closer this time.
One thing, officer. If you do find her, please go easy on her.
She really means it. It's an honest plea.
She's a good girl. Whatever she's gotten herself mixed up in.
All right, let's see. Let's head to the mural. You ever feel like synapses are like that feeling of your synapses connecting and putting the dots together? That's the sensation I'm experiencing right now. It's quite nice, actually. Dear cursor friend. Ah. There you go.
You see a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Feld Electrical R&D, a slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now, only a shadow of peeled letters remains. It says, "Tomorrow is just a whisper away." Above the mural, a collapsed roof, broken windows set in walls that are cracking and will soon also fall, and the coastal breeze rustling and sighing in the remains of the edifice. There's something in the wind. Sometimes the only way to go forward is to fail first.
Why do I feel like I know this place?
Indeed. Somehow you knew it was here. An urban ruin gutted by looters that once used to consume money and dispense warmth and light. You felt it before when it rained in Martinez, and you felt the cold of the rain. The feeling persists. It has been in you ever since.
Could Ruby be in there?
Yeah, she could. Or she could be in the identical room over there, or in that boat shack, in that church tower maybe.
Why single out this one building?
Come on.
Suddenly, all is quiet.
Ah.
There is no cold hand brushing against your forehead, no rustle in the reeds. The wind has died down or gone behind a corner. You only hear distant waves washing the coast. The ruin in front of you is silent as a tomb.
What was I even attempting to do
Trying
here?
talk to the wind. The city, whatever you thought would happen, did not. And now you're just standing there with your hands fallen to your side. Is trying to talk to the city something you've done before? Is it in your secret repertoire? A trick for when you're out of ideas? A prayer of sorts? To Rivershaw?
She could be anywhere. How could we find her?
I was really hoping she'd be in the village. Okay. She's probably north of the village, and this place is a peninsula. We already scanned most of the outdoor areas on our wild cryptid hunt, so we have an understanding of the geography, at least.
I wonder how much this line changes depending on what you have done before this.
And then there's the church. We've already searched that and can rule it out. I know it doesn't feel like progress, but exclusion is a step too. Anyway, we do it the old-fashioned way, sector by sector. Go over the whole peninsula, ask the locals, enter the places where we can enter first, like we did in the village.
And if that fails, if we don't find her?
If we're desperate, we can look where we can't enter. Bunkers, tomb drainage, displays. I'm sure it won't come to that.
Walk the coast, the old boardwalk, the reeds. You can always come back here and talk to the wind again. Look where it already got you.
Where's my shivers at? Shivers? Wait, why didn't I spend any points in this? It's so good. There you go. That's for the good narration. Not even build choice, just I want more of that narration. My electrochemistry is firing. Let's try to listen to the wind. Oh, come on, game. There we go.
The once bright mural towers above you, saying, suddenly there's a sigh, carried on the molecules around you.
There we go.
Moving, flowing from high pressure to low pressure, like that of a woman emptying her lungs. She wraps the collapsing stone box in front of you in her breath, flowing through it. In through the collapsed roof, flowing down a concrete staircase to the basement, sweeping away footprints in the dust on the stairs. And then the beach below the boardwalk, its winding tunnels, a whisper away.
What is happening?
She's down there.
I think she's down there, below this building.
Okay. Why?
We've looked everywhere else.
So, how do we get in there? The doors were on the collapsed side of this building. They're gone, basically.
Finally, my time to shine.
There's a ladder next to the sign. Perhaps we can climb it, enter through the roof?
You can climb them. We are not climbing anything. I'm 43 years old, and I plan to live to see 70.
Alright. Chat. You know the words? What a thrill.
A rusty ladder leads to the rooftop. Some of the rungs are missing.
Yeah, that doesn't look good at all.
Assess the situation?
The distances between the remaining rungs are rather wide. You'd have to use the mounting brackets. However, they seem corroded and the peeling rust is razor sharp. In addition, the first rung is going to be tough to reach. It's what, 3 meters above the ground? And you're 180?
190, I'm a giant.
Okay, but still, the roof is collapsing and the wind gets pretty brutal up there. Dismounting from the ladder is going to be hard. Perhaps if you were to not climb the ladder. Instead, astral projection. Be open-minded about this. Yeah, because falling from that height seems, well, splat. So don't do that. Just, you know.
What if I don't climb? What if I just teleport?
Teleportation is not a thing.
Teleportation is the thing. I just need a bit of concentration. Come on, Kim, where's your adventurous
This
spirit?
really has nothing to do with adventure. We are dealing with basic physics here.
It won't hurt to try.
Yes, it could hurt. A lot.
He is restraining himself from using a parental tone with you right now.
Okay, we're teleporting through the roof.
All you have to do is close your eyes and concentrate. Darkness enfolds you. You can feel the distance between the bench and the first rung of the ladder. All you need to is...
do it.
Zoot, zap, pow, crinkle. It's like magic. You feel yourself disappear, your atoms fading out of existence.
Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Bam! You find yourself on the roof, having mastered the art of physical displacement.
I did it, Kim. I just teleported.
Just so you climbed the ladder. You just climbed it like a regular person.
The wind at the
Don't take this from me.
starts howling loudly, blowing away the lieutenant's voice. Faintly you hear.
Never mind. Find a way to let me in when you get inside. Don't go adventuring without backup, especially if we think the suspect may be hiding here.
I'm the king of the world. Yeah. All right, I think I'm gonna leave it at that for today. Oh man. On our next adventure, we find ourselves on the roof. That's it. That's the context. Why are we on the roof? I just invented Star Trek transporters. Just have to zip, zoom, and pow with your eyes closed, and then voila, teleportation. But we're gonna pick this up on Wednesday as we continue our investigation into whether or not Ruby was the culprit behind the killing. So hopefully y'all had a good time. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new to the stream, do consider hitting that follow button. And you're welcome, Adrian. Little shit had it coming. I'm really not a fan of Kuno. Like it's a bit much. But I met the Kuno quota, so there's that. But yeah, thank you all so very much for hanging out. Really freaking appreciate it. And again, if you're new to the stream, do consider that follow button. And Kuno is too smart for Gill. I don't understand the Kuno. To be honest, like I'm gonna be real here. And yeah, hopefully see you all on Wednesday. And until that moment arrives, thank you so much. Really freaking appreciate you being here. And stay beautiful. Keep on gaming. And have a good one. Bye bye.